In the following video segment, we'll demonstrate one way to remove a downed firefighter from a below-grade casement window utilizing power tools and traditional hand tools. In order to widen the area above the casement window to remove the firefighter, you will have to remove the brick fascia. Start by making a cut along both sides of the window. The cut should be approximately 6 inches wider than the basement window. This will more than likely allow you to clear the lintel along the top of the window. Continue with your cut as far down as possible, hoping to cut below the steel lintel. With one side complete, the firefighter can now move on to the opposite side. With the windowsill removed, you will now expose the gap between the fascia and the exterior sheathing. At this point, you can now attach the brick fascia. One way is use a howling bar to pry off the brick. With the second cut complete, you can now see that the fascia pulls off relatively easily. With the brick removed, the second firefighter can now begin the traditional plunge cut using a chainsaw. Removing the lowest courses of brick chooses to be the biggest challenge, as your saw, due to the grade, sometimes cannot cut all the way down. You may have to use traditional hand tools to clear the last 1 or 2 layers of brick, exposing the steel lintel. In these next few seconds of video, you will see how important it is to cut beyond the lintel, allowing you to simply pull it off rather than cut it. With all the brick removed and no steel lintel, you can now begin the traditional plunge cut of the window to widen your opening. When performing the plunge cut, you'll need to cut down both sides of the window, with the goal is to clear the top of the basement window. I cannot overstate the importance of understanding building construction at this point. Realize you're cutting through exterior sheathing, subfloor, possibly floor joists, and ribbon board, ultimately trying to get all the way down below the top of the basement window. With the plunge cut complete, you can remove the exterior sheeting, exposing the floor and possibly floor joists. You'll need to cut the floor back, possibly remove floor joists and ribbon board to further enlarge the hole so you can slide a ladder down to access the downed firefighter. Again, I cannot overstate the importance of understanding building construction. Understanding what needs to be removed, how your floor joists run, so you can move the material from above this casement window. This window was difficult as the window was below grade, so cutting the top of the casement window out took a little extra time. Once the cut is done, you can then begin to remove the structural members so you can see what else needs to be done to clear this windowsill. It may have to be done in parts, clearing some material to gain access to other material. This entire process was done with one saw. Utilizing 2 saws, 2 cut-off saws to start on the brick at the same time, 1 crew coming in to clear the brick, 2 more guys coming up with the chainsaw to begin the plunge cut to cut this time in half. Keep in mind, as you start to remove structural members, you may begin to encounter utilities such as gas and electric. These things are easily dealt with if you control the utilities on a normal fireground operation. This video was cut down to about 5 minutes to save some time. The original unedited footage was just over 9 minutes. I believe with 2 saws operating and 2 crews, this rescue could be accomplished in less than 5 minutes. By providing additional resources such as a charged hose line and RIT or transpo line to the firefighter in the basement, it will allow him to protect himself and ensure his air supply while this rescue is being performed.
one saw, what was that, like 5 minutes? 5 or 10 minutes?